We were in this Discord of a lot of smaller VTubers, and a lot of us became friends just in there by hanging out and playing games. And me and May and Kuro became friends in there. That's where I met Joel too. So some of my like first ever streams I did with him, and I did with May. I used to stream with May every Wednesday. We had like a literal blood pact for months and months that every Wednesday me and May did a duo stream, something together. And occasionally really late at night, I used to stream like 8 p.m. Eastern through like 2 a.m. So sometimes late at night, it's UK morning, right? It's my like super early morning, but then you get like the UK 6 a.m., 8 a.m. crowd waking up. We're like 8, 9 a.m. And then that's we'd get Kuro. So sometimes it'd be really late. We'd be doing a little media share, just hanging out, watching videos, me and May, and then he would show up. That Discord sounds so mythic, like a legend. There were two. One was made by this guy named Bubs Scored, the old Bubs Scored, not like the new one. And Bubs made a Discord and just added like all of the smaller streamers he could find to it, and we were all in there hanging out. And I met some people that I really liked, but a lot of people that I was like, I don't dislike you, but like, I'm not trying to do 50 collabs a week with all these people, It was overwhelming. So I found the people that I got along the best with, and then we just kind of hung out. And then there was another Discord made by a friend group that had like, if you remember Artie, the black shark, the shark with the black hair and the black fins, her and Bao and Sen. I don't think if you might not know Sen. I'm trying to think who was in that friend group. I used to hang out with them a bit. Yeah, Artemis. Yeah, Artie. We would all hang out in this other Discord, and that was where I met Joel. And those were like the two servers that I saw people in, that I was a part of at least. There were others, but I wasn't part of them. If there's still servers like that. I think people make them, but I think there's so many more people. At the time, you could have like one Discord and have all of the known indie Twitch-based VTubers in it. You could have all of them in it, and everyone would hang out in there, and everyone could be tight because it was a tiny community, Nowadays, there's so many people that I just don't think you're gonna find those in a way where you get to network with like everybody. It's not possible. And when things get bigger, it's harder and harder to pick out the people you get along with, the good people, because there's just so many people to wade through. So many people. So it feels overwhelming. There's still friend Discords and things, but they tend to be not like as open, like, oh, just invite everybody, because everybody is now thousands of people, when it used to be everybody was like 200-300 people, There's a lot more handleable at the time. But yeah, YouTuber networking is so hard these days. Yeah, I think genuinely, if a lot of us that were around at that time that found success, if we were all starting like right now, a lot of us would not find the same success, because when we had that kind of like first movers advantage, where when the community was small, but there were a lot of people coming in as viewers, those who were smaller at the time still soaked up a lot of those new people kind of into their communities, because there wasn't a lot of option, right? But now there's so many options. It's really easy to get overlooked, I feel, if you're newer. Really easy. Even if you're not newer, if you're just smaller, it's so much easier to get overlooked. It's harder to grow. Yeah, it's just more saturated. But I think there are better pipelines for getting your content out there now, with shorts being a big thing. People weren't really using and watching shorts nearly as much at the time, but now they are, etc., etc. So there are more tools to grow in other ways. So it's still good. I just think there's more competition. I think gone are the days of just hitting go live and around with 20 viewers and just growing. You used to be able to do that and just grow. Nowadays, it's gone. You can't do that anymore. You have to put effort in and advertise yourself. You have to do events. You have to have a brand that's specific. You used to be able to be like, oh, I'm a Fox girl, and everyone would be like, oh, that's the Fox girl, because there weren't 1,000 Fox girls, From an observer's perspective, streamers seem like they have it rough. You talk to all these people through chat, but you're simultaneously closed off when making close friends with everyone but no one at the same time. Yeah. It's really hard, because as you grow, like, a lot of people want stuff from you, and I don't think they all mean it in a bad way, where they don't know that they're coming off that way, but everyone asks to collab. Everyone asks for your time that you don't have to give. And then when you don't give it, they all, not all, most of them interpret it as, oh, this person doesn't like me. When really it's just, no, I'm busy. I'm busy, and I already have 50 friends that I don't spend enough time with. I can't, be adding more in. I personally, I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I do ghost people here and there. I answer a little bit, but I kind of ghost. And it's not that I mean to. It's like I have like 10 work DMs at the end of every stream. When I see just a personal one, I'm like, okay, I'll get back to that. And then sometimes I forget. It gets tough. So, you know, and then I know there will be people that will feel like I'm avoiding them because I don't like them or something, which is not really the case. But yeah, it's tough. You don't know until you know, right? So if you meet somebody online and you give them a chance, you let them in, you become closer friends with them. At some point, you feel like you've settled on what kind of person they are and you can tell if they're going to be crazy or not. But you don't know until you know. So you have to give people a chance. And giving all of these people a chance gets exhausting and it's a little dangerous, dare I say, to like let people in all the time and then have a lot of them turn out to be not great. So it's kind of unsafe for a lot of us to be like befriending everybody who comes our way, right? It's just not a good idea. But then it feels bad because you don't want other people to think you just like off rip hate them. You wouldn't want to try. It's just an environment that it doesn't make sense in, you know? It's a scenario that doesn't lend itself to that being possible. So it's more of like, hey, just situationally, I can't do this. But, you know, it feels bad from the other perspective. And a lot of people will be like, but I didn't do anything wrong. And they didn't. But you just can't. No time to do it. And it's not safe, right? So you have to kind of hold people at arm's length. But I like making new friends, so I really try with a lot of people. And I DM people back quite a bit, but then, you know, I tend to take too much on all the time. And I have too many people that do want to, like, hang out and talk, and then I can't do right by all of them. That's my problem. That's why, like, I really liked being on a server, right? Any server-based stuff, because then I can, like, naturally run into people here and there, and those friendships can sort of happen or not happen very naturally, instead of me having to be like, oh my God, who did I not DM this week? Who did I forget to answer this week? And having to click through all of my like recent DMs, and you know what I mean? Like it's tough. It's really tough. So anything server based, I feel like it's easier for us to have more natural relationships with people because of just the format, right? I think that's why a lot of people like the content from servers like that too. People like to watch it because they're watching people naturally get to know each other. They naturally run into each other, have a little moment. Like I became friends with a lot of people from the Blood Church because people just came up and they were like, oh my God, poop girl near the poop deli. And I was just like, yeah, that's me. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I will join the Blood Church. Why not? I didn't know anybody in there. I only knew of like 3 of them. And then I had a great time. And now like we set up games and stuff and we have a server and we hang out. And that's like a very natural way of doing it. Can't imagine having that amount of comms with different people. It's rough. I would say I get every day I have 20 to 25 unique people DMing me about something, and some of them are very work related, some of them are personal, but every day 25 different people, 20 to 25 DMing me about something. And for a lot of that time I am sitting here streaming and I'm not trying to sit here and have my DMs open and be like, you know, getting back to people. It's really easy for stuff to fall off when it's like that. It's rough. And this is why I really wish that Discord had better sorting of everything. I wish I could sort my DMs by anything where I wasn't the last one to answer or something. I don't know. Easier bookmarking. You can mark stuff unread, but I wish it just had a folder up top instead of it just having I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different DMs with red notification markers above my servers. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. I hate it. It stresses me out to look at it. I just close Discord a lot when I'm streaming, and I'll miss like important DMs sometimes because of it, but I just leave it minimized because it stresses me. I will open Kitty's DM though. She just DM'd me. She said 26 unique DMs.